Okay, is it working? It might be working. I thought I'd just do a bit of an unannounced live Q&A to basically test out live stream and see if it works. So let me know if you can hear me so I can move on. Whoa, lots of people joining all of a sudden. Okay, can you hear me? Here, I'll turn the camera on if I can. Okay, there we go. Okay. Good. People asking for shoutouts. Just subscribe to everyone in the chat. That's the easiest way to do it. So basically, I just have some photos I'm going to edit, and you can ask me anything that you want within reason. And yeah, I guess if the chat works out, then we can do more stuff like this in the future. It might cut off if I mess something up. That's a lot of snakes, 19 snakes. Are they all different species or the same? Okay, there's clearly a delay, but I guess that's fine. Wow, 33 people. That was pretty fast. Let's see here. It was such a nice day today. Well, it still kind of is because it's been really cold in North Carolina. But today it was like 60 or 70 degrees. What do you want to see? How old? Oh, hold on, let me scroll up in chat here. 1 second. Okay. How old are you? I'm 16. Show us stuff. What stuff do you want to see? What was your first reptile? Or when did you get your first reptile? I got Sunny, the ball python, almost exactly 3 years ago. And how many pets? 15 reptiles and amphibians, and then 3 cats and a parakeet. I'm on public transit. Oh, okay. Heat lamps or pads? Some need both. Some can just have pads. I feel like, I think all of my animals except the turtles and the toads have heat pads, and then everyone except for my two of my nocturnal animals don't have heat pads. Hi Ethan, and should I get a ball python? If you want one, they make really good pets, and they're probably my favorite snake species to keep, so just make sure you're prepared. Or should I get beardy food? I don't know. I don't have a bearded dragon. We're just going to be doing a video at Serpentaria Magic. I'm not sure what that is. Greetings from Denmark. Hello. Oh, geez, that's a lot of... This is a lot of messages. Hold on. Just make sure you're prepared. Can I get beardy? Is it running? I can't tell if it's going. Hold on. Let me know if anything happens to the stream. It looks frozen to me. Let me just... Oh. Yes, no. Half you're saying it is frozen. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna stop it for just a second. Okay, well, it's a good thing this is a test because I'm screwing stuff up. 48 people are here. That's a little bit scary. Okay, let me remove that. Almost got it. It's not frozen for me. Okay, I think it's working better now. I turned it down to 720p instead of 1080. Okay, are we good now? Is it? How old? I already said it. Yeah, I'm 16. I don't know where I can buy a snake. I live on Balkan. I'm not sure where that is. Okay. Okay, so the camera's not going to be perfect because I'm doing it over Wi-Fi with my phone, so it's kind of low quality. I didn't expect people to actually join. Let's see what I missed. Should I order from LLO Reptile? I've never ordered from them, but apparently they're really good, so I would say that that's fine. When's your birthday? March 19th. Would you get a snapper? Probably. I don't have the space right now though, because turtles need a lot of space. Volume's really low. It just stopped for me. Why are kids screaming? I have the window open because it feels nice out, so. Did it stop? My snake bit my face. That's not very nice. It isn't working. Okay, now people are saying it's working fine. The camera might be choppy, so hopefully you can just ignore that. Are you planning to get more reptiles? I'm always planning on more reptiles, but I probably won't for a while, since I just got the sand boa. Okay. Do you know where I can buy an Argentine tegu? I know some people breed them, but I think most are usually imported and wild caught. And now people are saying the stream ended. It's good. Okay, I think it's because there's a delay, certain people are seeing different parts, and it's kind of messed up in the middle. Here, I'm gonna just listen to the stream real quick to see what I can hear. It's good. Okay, I think it's because there's a delay, certain people are seeing different parts, and it's okay. For me, it's working just fine. You can just turn the quality down to like 480 or 360, and it'll probably work better. Okay, well, like 50% of the people are saying it's fine, so just try closing the stream and reopening it. Ew. People say pretty bad things about underground reptiles, but I don't know much about them. Do you like BHP reptiles? Yeah, I think they're good. They seem trustable, and they have a lot of animals that look healthy from what I've seen, and I've been watching the show for a long time. The stream is perfect. Ooh, we have the same headphones. You have good taste. Where do you recommend I should get a corn snake? There's plenty of places. I would probably say either BHB or LLO Reptile because they have like the cheapest prices that are still actually healthy and trustable. What snake should I get? I don't know. My cat is being annoying. Hold on. Celeste, what you doing? Come on. Okay, sorry. It's backwater. Oh, that's probably what I was thinking. I know, I can't believe Backwater Reptiles is even still running. Is iguana a good reptile? I think they're really cool. They they need like a lot of care and a lot of space. Can 3 southern toads fit in the 24, in a 10 gallon? I'd say for 3, a 20 gallon would be better. I'd say a 10 is good for one or two, but you could probably get by with it. I would probably upgrade him to something bigger. You should get a leopard gecko. I have a leopard gecko. He's right over there. Grow your hair out. It used to be grown out when I was like really little. Here, let me, whoops. I actually have it. Let's see. How's it going? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good because the weather's so nice today. How is the weather on the coast of North Carolina right now? What's your opinion on Jason Miller? I think he has a nice channel. I don't actually watch very many of his videos, but they seem pretty well put together and good. Do you still lure locust snakes with boards? Yeah, I do, and I'm hoping to when it's actually herping season again, because it seems the most like efficient way to actually get snakes into an area. I kind of wish I could grow my hair like that now again, but I'm too lazy to actually work with it. Heat lamp or heat pad for leopard gecko? I'd say they definitely need a heat pad, and a heat lamp is kind of optional. It's good that they have light at least 12 hours a day, so they do know when it's day and nighttime. Is the wind too loud outside? Let me know. How old were you when you got your ball python? I was 13. Where do you think I should buy a corn snake? There's plenty of trustable sites like BHB Reptiles, LLO Reptiles. But oh, it's raining, that's why. I'm gonna close the windows, hold on. Okay, it'll be quieter now. You have a foot of snow on the ground. I'm slightly jealous, but at the same time I don't want it to be cold. What animal do you enjoy learning about the most? I get kind of bored if I spend like too much time on one animal, so I like to mix it up with tons. I don't know. I guess just any reptile, really. Should I get a cobra? I wouldn't if I were you. Can Kenyan sand boas live in twos? I'm not actually sure about that. I only have one, and I'm still learning a lot about them, so I can't answer that yet. Would you get a tarantula or any type of bug? Tarantulas, maybe. I wouldn't want to touch them, but stuff like centipedes and millipedes, I can't do. I'm not getting those. They're pretty cool, but I don't want one in the same room as me. How much money would you say a full beginner corn snake setup would cost? If you get a tank, like a 20-gallon, you can find those for like $20, and then I'd say altogether maybe 1 to 200, not including the corn snake. Probably around 100. It froze. It's freezing. There's too many messages. I can't read them all. What should I get? Ball python or corn snake? I'm a beginner looking for a snake who is big enough to impress but docile at the same time. It sounds like you like a ball python, because I'd say they're much more chill and docile than corn snakes, but they also do get bigger. Which is your favorite pet? I can't pick a favorite, but it would probably be my ball python. I've had him for so long, and he's like so chill and really used to me now. How's the shell rod on the slider coming along? I realized, I think he was like having trouble shedding or something, and so I managed to help get some of his scoots off, and it looks a lot better now, so I can actually get him. Here's Franklin, video stopped, frozen, okay. Can you still hear me? I can hear but no video. Okay, 1 second. Just ignore the video for now. I'll fix it as I answer stuff. Oop. How old is your cat? I have 3 cats. One is 9 or 10, and then the 2 others are 4. Is it still frozen? Yeah, oh, it's frozen for me also. Oh wait, I think it's just the camera that's frozen. Hold on. I think you can see my screen. Here, I'm just gonna turn the camera off for a minute. And now. Boop. Okay, hold on. You have 6,000. Oh. Okay, the battery on the camera went out. Okay. Okay, so unfortunately we're cameraless now. I never actually started editing images because people are saying so much stuff. How old is your oldest animal? It's actually the slider, which you can't see now, even though I just took him out. I've only had him for a few months, but he's at least 10 years old. What's your opinion on an iguana as a pet? I think as long as you have enough space and you can actually give it a nice varied diet and have like time for it and stuff, then I think it's fine. How much is a beginner ball python setup? Probably about the same as a corn snake, like 1 to 200, not including the snake. Ooh, my corn snakes just laid eggs. That's cool. How long do ball pythons live? They can live up to 40 years if they're cared for well. Have you ever had hermit crabs? When I was like 5, I did. But I haven't had them in a really long time, so I don't remember anything about them. A lot of I know, so many people have been subscribing. It's a little bit scary how many people are all of a sudden finding the channel. What size heat mat for a 20-gallon? It says the gallons on the mat, so just make sure you get a heat mat that says 20 gallons on it. Let's see what else. Will you ever own any spiders? Like, tarantulas are spiders, right? Like I said, I could own a tarantula, but I don't really want one. Will you ever get a crested gecko? Maybe. I'm kind of more interested in larger reptiles now. But I might get a crested gecko sometime. How long have you been interacting with animals? I guess kind of all my life. Like, I've always had pets, and then I've been going outside and finding animals for a really long time. Yeah, I'll come on one of your live streams, Herper's Guide. Just invite me on. Get a tiger gecko. I'm not sure if I've ever heard of those. I need to look that up. Is there a new animal you'd like to work towards if you could? If you mean like a new pet I'd like to get, someday I'm gonna have a savanna monitor, but there's no way I have the space or money right now. But that's on the top of my list. How can I tell which species of blue tongue I own? You can base it on the size, the colors, and the patterns. So I think there's 6 different species. You can just look at all the different colors and patterns and stuff to try and match it up. But it's still pretty hard, and I'm still not 100% sure with mine. But I think she's an Eastern. What would wait. Sorry, I missed some messages. Hold on. Would you recommend wait, hold on. Oh, skittish beardy. How do I help? I don't know much about them, but I think you just have to keep handling them like daily, maybe for 10 or 20 minutes a day, and just get them used to people. What color ball python would you like the most? I really like the pure white ones. I think are this the leucistics, because those are really cool. But I also like just the normal looking ones. Feed your beard. Oh. You should get a tegu. Yeah, I'd really like to get a tegu. But again, I don't have space right now. But it sounds like they're just like basically little puppies. Do you like insects? I don't dislike them, but I also don't want to keep them. But I like, if I see a cool insect outside, I might look at it and not run most of the time. Have you ever considered a boa constrictor? Yeah, I would like one when I do have actually more tank space for snakes. You should edit your pics. I know I need to edit them. Did you see Nathan's and Trey's new snake? Did I? Which, I know Nathan got the emerald tree boa, was it? Is it okay to do a bioactive setup for a cresty if you're a beginner? I think that's fine. The only thing is you might accidentally kill some plants, but that's, like, the cresty should be fine. Will you breed any of your animals? Maybe. I'm not sure. I guess I haven't really thought about that much. Okay, I'm gonna, oh. Your leopard gecko is so adorable, I know. Yeah, it's such a chubby little smile on his face all the time. Do you miss the blue tongue? I don't miss the actual skink, but I do make sure her humidity's up a good bit, like 50% or so. I can actually remember what they need, but I basically just mist it like once or twice a week, so it's not super dry. My rat snake's been really nice and friendly. I went to pick him up, he was rattling his tail and hissing. You might have just startled him, like, they get startled sometimes. Even, like, my corn snake, who's, like, the most just calm snake, he doesn't care how much you touch him. But if you accidentally, like, sneak up on him and he doesn't know you're coming, he might still get startled, so I wouldn't worry. What's the difference between a snake and a lizard? Do you mean physical differences? Because basically lizards have ears and eyelids. Snakes don't have either, and of course lizards have legs. And then positives of owning them. Lizards usually need a bit more care than snakes. Depending on what kind of lizard, they need more of a varied diet because they could be omnivores when snakes are obviously just carnivorous. Have you ever held a venomous snake? No, I haven't. And I'm not sure. Well, if I had the right equipment, I guess I could. Your number one editing tip for video. I'd say if you get bored editing the video, people are probably going to get bored watching it. So usually what I do is if I'm just like tired of editing and it's not really getting anywhere, I just scrap that video. Repticon Raleigh in January. I might be going to that. I just went to the most recent one and I wouldn't get anything, even though that's what I said last time. But I'll probably go to it. Why is my 6-month-old corn snake regurgitating her food? There could be a lot of reasons. It could be sick, or it could just, but there's a higher chance that it's just getting stressed out or startled while it's eating. So just make sure after it eats it has a quiet place that it can just digest for about 24 hours. And you might be feeding it too large a food, so you can try a smaller food, because my rat snake was regurgitating, and once I just downsized his food and put him in a more quiet place, he's fine. Oh yeah, the king snake. Yeah, I was just on that stream yesterday. And I haven't seen Trey's GTP? I'm trying to think what that would be. I'm not sure what a GTP would stand for. What version of Photoshop? Oh, this is Lightroom, which is just for photo editing. And I should probably start editing photos because some of these are blurry. Let's see. Oh yeah, a lot are blurry. He wouldn't stay still. I haven't actually seen these until just now. I guess that one's okay. Because he's got his tongue open. How much time do you spend daily caring for your animals? Probably a couple of hours, maybe like 2 hours a day. But that also just involves taking them out and letting them hang out, taking them outside and stuff. So, do you want a venomous snake? Well, legally I can't keep one because you need a license in North Carolina and I'm not 18 yet. But I guess if I ever were to get one, it would just be for educational stuff. Like, I would never just handle it on my own just to handle it. Do you watch Mike Tatugala? Yeah, I watch most of his videos. I missed a couple. Is aspen snake bedding good for a leopard gecko? I'm not actually sure. I imagine it would probably be okay. I prefer using like reptile carpet and non-loose substrates with leopard geckos, but I guess it could work, but I'm not sure. Oh, green tree python, okay. Thoughts on tree pythons? I don't know very much about them, but I mean, they're amazing looking. They don't even look real. They're so bold in color. Has any of your pets bit you? My blue tongue bit me while she was eating. Sunny, the ball python's bitten me like 5 times while he was eating because he doesn't have very good aim, and I need to pay attention better. And some of the toads have actually bitten me, but I think that's it. Will you ever breed reptiles? I probably will, I guess. Some animals are just so overbred, like everybody breeds bearded dragons and stuff, so there's just so many that need to be adopted or bought first. But I might, if I can find homes for them, or if I'll keep them. Do you spell your royal python's name? So, I spell it with a U, like sunshine. Fire skink? I really want a fire skink. I have a brown cobra which is venomous and he almost bit me. Wow, okay. Have you ever thought about kissing your snake on the head? I probably have before. Like, I wouldn't with my rat snake. I'm sure he'd bite my lip, but... Are you still working on the 100 reasons why snakes make great pets? Yeah, I've compiled 80 something of the reasons so far. So that might be like the first video of 2017 or something. Will we ever become a breeder for corn snakes or ball pythons? Possibly. I guess I would probably breed ball pythons, but I'm less interested in corn snakes. Dreams for the future. I guess I want to be able to keep doing what I'm doing and keep making videos and stuff and keep doing tons of stuff online. And I'd love to sometime open something. Whether it be like a sanctuary or a shop or a museum, like for reptiles, I don't know. Oh, thank you, Corbin. I'm going to butcher some names today. Do you already have enough reasons for the PETA video about reptile keepers? I'm pretty sure we have at least 100, but you can put more here if you want. Do you think Backwater Reptiles is a good website? No, do not buy from Backwater Reptiles. It's the very last place you should buy from. I've heard really bad things about them. I think the stream froze for a second. Looks like it's fine now. Can you share the editing process for pictures? Yeah, I want to start editing these, but I don't want to miss questions, so let's see, I'll just start with this one. And it zoomed in a lot. I haven't actually used Lightroom in a while. Why is it zoomed in? I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. And I'm going to go to... I don't remember how to use Lightroom. They've updated it since I last used it. What are you editing for? I'm just editing some pictures of the snakes outside, which I can use in thumbnails and on social media and stuff. Is it okay if you don't change snake water for a whole week? I've gone on trips before and I'll just fill the water bowl to the very top, but if you're there, I'd recommend changing the water like daily or every other day, but they'd be fine. Where do you live? Not in a creepy way. I'm in North Carolina. Thank you, Kyle. What can I tell my parents so they let me keep a ball python? I guess give them just as many details as you can on basically how safe they are, how good a pets they can make, and that you're really prepared to care for them. Like, make sure you can already make a schedule for when you're going to feed them and clean them. Just basically be completely prepared so they see that they're not going to, like, get stuck with a snake that you don't want or anything. How often do you take the animals outside? I like taking them out as often as I can, but now that it's cold, I won't be able to anymore. For a few months, probably. Do you have Instagram? Yeah, it's go_herping. What's your dream photography gear? Well, from what's available right now, I'd really like to get the 7D Mark III. And I really like some of the mirrorless cameras that Sony's coming out with. But I'm just fine with what I got right now. Do you have Snapchat? Snapchat's at GoHerping, but I don't really use it. I use Instagram and Twitter the most. Hey, Centennial Reptiles? Yeah, I think I said that right. Will you be having reptiles for most of my life? Hopefully all my life. I don't think my hobby will be going anywhere. When my snakes take a dump, I usually wash them because somehow they get it all over themselves. Should I wash them in cold or warm water? Probably like lukewarm. It should be warm to the touch, but you should be able to keep your hand in it really easily. So just, yeah, about room temperature. My corn snake's burrowing and always jitters when I go near her cage. Is this normal or is she really shy? I don't know how long you've had her, but if just the more you take it out, like my rat snake, it doesn't like when it's basically in the cage and I'm out of the enclosure, but once I have it out, it's usually just fine. So just take it out more often and try and help get it used to you. I love your channel. I subbed to you a month ago. Oh, thanks, William. Do you have Snapchat? Yeah, it's at GoHerping, but I don't really use it. Bye, Connor. Does anyone at your school know you're a YouTuber? Well, I'm homeschooled, so I know I'm a YouTuber, so I guess that's it. What's your Twitter? At GoHerping. Would you recommend handling your ball python regularly? Yeah, I'd say it would be best to handle it daily if you can. Get a day gecko. I'd really like a day gecko sometime. And I still have an empty enclosure for it. Will you ever open a little reptile zoo? I'd love to. How much does Sunny weigh? I haven't actually weighed him in a few months. So I can't actually remember. I really need to, I'm going to start weighing them, I think, monthly. So I can just start like in January or something. William, can you chill? Should I switch my leopard gecko's heat bulb to a UVB bulb? I'd say pretty much any animal can benefit from UVB, but I don't think it's required. It's definitely not required for leopard geckos because they're crepuscular or nocturnal, depending on who you ask. So they'll be fine without. And 1 second. Okay, I'm here. And what did I miss? Let's see. Do you know anything about chameleons? Just thought they're really cool animals, but not really other than that. What's your favorite reptile? I can't choose one favorite, but just of any reptile on Earth, I really love monitors. Like I remember seeing them a lot in Crocodile Hunter episodes. So like the big water monitors and stuff are really cool. Are wooden hide boxes good for snakes? I don't actually know, but I usually don't use wooden stuff, just because it can like soak in bacteria and stuff, and it can be kind of gross. But I can't tell you for sure. So wooden hide boxes might work. How big should a crested gecko cage be? I think people usually say a 18 by 18 by 24 is best for cresties. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Will you get a snake rack? Probably not. I like being able to give all my snakes actual, like a good, at least a little bit of space, whether it's in glass enclosures, wooden enclosures, or whatever. You should live stream all the time. I would kind of like to more often. And my camera, I can hook the camera back up, I think. So, are you vegan? I'm not vegan. I did the 7-day vegan challenge, but I'm not. What website would you recommend for care sheets? You can always go to goherping.com/care sheets. There's only a couple on there, but Reptiles Magazine has a lot. I think it's reptilesmagazine.com, and I really like their care guides. They're like really complete and have a lot of info. Yeah, Zoom Med care sheets are also good. Something happened to my computer. It kept sending my question. Oh, I don't even think they showed up, so that's fine. What food should I feed my Russian tortoise? I have no idea. I know that they need a variety is best, but I'm not actually sure much about them. And I'm gonna set the camera up real quick. So, what animal do you want next? I'm really convinced to just wait until I have enough space and money for a tegu or something really large, but I'm not sure. How do I get more subs? Post as often as you can without decreasing quality. So, I mean, I don't know very much about it, but basically just trying to be consistent and uploading content that you find interesting, and also just using the like YouTube tools that they give you. So like use lots of tags, make really good descriptions and really good titles that aren't clickbait, and then try and make like not flashy thumbnails or obnoxious thumbnails, but I guess thumbnails that could stand out. But there's all sorts of stuff to it, and I don't even know a lot of it. Sorry, my phone is beeping a lot. Okay, let me hook the camera back up. 1 second. My uncle skinned his dead snake. Is that even normal? I've actually heard of multiple people doing that. I wouldn't want to do it because I know my snakes too well. Okay, let me get the camera back. All you see is a keyboard, sorry. Doop, 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 doop. And I can't get the camera back up. What kind of phone do you have? It's a Samsung S6 Edge. Okay. Let's see, this will just take a minute to put the camera back on. How's that? Is it working? Tell me if you can see me now. You said I should handle her more, but I don't want to take her out of the substrate and make her uncomfortable. If they're hiding, should you still take them out? I think I would honestly say that that's probably fine to still take them out, because otherwise you might not really get anywhere. And then if you only take them out when they're actually not covered up, then they might think like, oh, every time I'm not covered, I'm gonna get taken out, and I don't want that. So I think you should just kind of do it all the time, and they might not like it at first, but they should adjust eventually. What else do we got? Trying to decide between a BCI, Amazon Chibo, or a blood python. Not sure what it'd be. I'm not good with all the things that stand for stuff, like the 3 letters. If I were picking, I would probably say a blood python. On a blue tongue skink. Olive's really cool. Thanks, Olive is. I really like Olive's personality too, and blue tongues are definitely really good pets. Would you get a tiger salamander? I'm not as interested in amphibians. I just have my toads. Those are the only amphibians I have. But I might get one. They are definitely really cool. What's the best site to buy Reptile? There's lots, like BHB Reptile, LLO Reptile. You can find local. Oh, well, you said sites. There's different places that you can adopt animals if you're in this camera's crooked. If you want to adopt a reptile, you can. And I think some people said underground reptiles is good. You can definitely buy a snake from a website. The only downside, well, I guess there's 2 downsides. You can't see the snake in person. So make sure it's from a trustable person. And then you have to also pay for really fast shipping since they have to do it overnight. So that's kind of expensive. And now the camera's worse. I am not Mexican. Can you handle sunny? It looks... all my lights keep going out. I think my timer's kind of messed up. It looks like he's like resting right now. Are you against guns? That's a very broad question and not very reptile related. Will you ever change your YouTube name? I actually have changed it to GoHerping. I probably won't change it again. Would you consider getting a crested gecko? Possibly. I'm not as interested in them. They are cool looking and I like seeing videos on them, but I don't really want one. Let me actually edit this photo. That's been sitting here forever. Except, does anyone remember how to get to the actual editing page of this? I don't remember how to get to the right. Because this is just quick develop. I don't want that. Can you handle an animal that's awake? Let's see. I can take out the rat snake. He's active. Not sure if you can hear me. Hold on. Oh, you're okay. Whoop. Okay, here's... Oh, you're okay. I feel like he's gonna musk on me. I accidentally startled him a little bit. It'll take him a few minutes to calm down, but he'll be okay. Do you take your snakes on walks around your neck? I usually keep them around my neck. Nope, he didn't musk yet. When I'm cleaning enclosures and stuff. But I've never gone on walks with them. He knocked the mic over. Sorry if you're wearing headphones. What's the friendliest reptile you own? Probably Goby the corn snake. Trump or Hillary? Well, the election's over, so I don't have to answer that. Winter's so boring, all the herps are sleeping. Yeah, that's true. It is kind of a sad time. But luckily I'm into herpetoculture also. So I do feel bad for people that only go herping. Shadow's my favorite of your animals. I'm sure he appreciates that. The mic died, yep. How would you help stuck shed on a snake's head, like the squishy part? What do you mean by the squishy part? Like the top of the head? Oops, sorry. Ooh. I have noticed I have problems with the head whenever they get stuck there. But if you try, they're fine with their head underwater for a while, so don't like force it underwater. But if you still keep them in some sort of container filled with water where they can still get air. Can you full screen your face cam? Okay. Whoops. It's kind of low quality, but it's like squishing my face. My face isn't that wide. Whoops, wrong picture. Okay, is that better? How do you know when a snake's awake? Well, honestly, I'm not actually sure if, I guess they do sleep. Well, clearly if they're moving around, then they're awake. And also, if you look at their pupils, usually what I do, if you can see their pupils, is kind of wave your hand back and forth, and if they're moving their pupils to follow you, then that means they're active and awake, and if not, they're probably sleeping. But it is pretty hard to tell. What's the most friendly reptile you can have as a pet? There's tons. I don't think there's just one, because it also depends on the individual animal. Like some reptiles are just much more docile than others. But snake-wise, I'd probably say ball pythons might be the friendliest. Lizard-wise, could be leopard geckos. I think it just a lot of the most common stuff is generally the most docile and friendliest. Oh yeah, bearded dragons also. Forgot about that. Yeah, like Nutella dinosaur. That's the best name. Herping's when you go out and search for reptiles and amphibians. Are you excited for Christmas? Christmas is the best season, so I'm always excited for it. Or the best holiday. Have you ever played a video game? I used to be completely obsessed with Minecraft for a few years. I probably put like 1,000 hours into that. And recently I've been playing a few first-person or FPSs on Steam and stuff. So just a few PC games. Can you name an endangered species of reptile for my homework? Are you allowed to get help? It depends on the state and the country. So let's see. Eastern box turtles are endangered in some species, or in some states. I don't know if that counts. Can you give Shadow a kiss? Are you gonna bite me on the face? Yep. I don't think I can. Will you be any more exotic animals like alligators? Alligators actually live in North Carolina, so they're not too exotic, but I wouldn't like buy one from a breed or anything. I guess if there's one that needed rescuing, then I'd take one. Will you get a milk snake? I already have 2 colubrids, so I probably won't. Oh, the develop tab. Where's that? Develop. I don't like when it is constantly forcing updates on me. I'm used to editing in Photoshop. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to do it in Lightroom. How old are you? 16. What reptiles and amphibians can live under 10 Celsius? I need to see what that is in Fahrenheit. Let's see. That is 50 degrees Fahrenheit in real temperature. I'm not, some reptiles that go and hibernate, they can live at that during the cold seasons, but basically any reptile is going to need it hotter, I think. Have you ever gotten one of your reptiles for Christmas? Technically, Sunny, my first snake, was basically a Christmas present. Repticon was like 3 weeks before, so I just got him early. League of Legends or Dota 2. I've only played like 5 minutes of Dota. Is that how you say it? I don't know. And I've played a few hours in League of Legends, but I'm not big into either of them. So probably League. Shadow's named my cat. Oh, nice. Shadow's more tame. Oh, is Shadow more tame than when I got him? Yeah, you can find the first video. It was like a few days after, and he was so crazy. So he's much better now. I guess he's proof that some of the really defensive snakes can be tamed down. A good public service announcement by Snakekeeper. That enclosures are really expensive. You could always custom make them out of like wood for probably less than 100. Have you ever eaten a worm? Nope, just crickets. And I'm not going to eat anymore. Do you recommend shipping from the US if you're in Portugal? As long as the places do international shipping, I'm sure that would be fine. I'm not sure how many actually can ship overseas. There used to be tons of snakes around my house, but neighbors kept killing them, and I haven't seen a snake for 10 years. All I see are toads and lizards. I feel you there. I actually have some snakes, what's it called, preserved, that neighbors have brought me that they killed. So I try and not attack them. But have you ever seen an alligator? Not in the wild, but they only live on the coast really, and I'm a few hours from the coast. I might be a little biased, but Shadow's my favorite. I've actually seen quite a few people say Shadow's their favorite. I'm kind of surprised. No offense, Shadow. You should try mealworms. I think I'm good. Any advice for stuck shad around the eyes of my rescue beardy? I'm really not sure how to get stuck shad off eyes of lizards. I do know with snakes, but I can't help you there. I'm sure there's some forums that can help you though. Okay, I'm going to find the develop tab. Let's see. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this though. What kind of cats do you have? I guess 2 would just be short hair. I don't really get cat species. 2 would be short hair, and then 1 probably has or is Maine Coon. Do you go to the same school as Amaze Now Adventures? We're both homeschooled, so no. Do you like king snakes? King snakes are really cool. I almost got one, I feel, but I ended up getting a ball python. And I really enjoy finding them, the eastern kings. I saw a slider in the canal behind my house, and I got him. He died yesterday of shower rot. Oh, that's sad. Have you bought from breeders? Let's see. Sunny, Olive, and Goldie. That's the ball python, leopard gecko, and blue tongue skink. They're all from breeders. Actually, Olive might be wild caught. I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure she was bred though. Okay. I'm gonna put Shadow back now. He doesn't want to go back. There you go. Okay. If your name wasn't Alex, what would my parents have named me? If I was a girl, I would have been Emily, but that's my sister now. And I'm not sure what other boy names they had. How much did you get Olive for? She was only $40, which is really weird because blue tongues are usually much more expensive. So I'm not sure why she was so cheap, but she's really healthy. She was also really young though. Let's see. Exit out of Lightroom, go back in. Having to be taught. Do you know Afro Herpkeeper? I know of his channel and I watch his videos, but I haven't like actually talked to him. I just got my ball python about a week ago. He's still juvenile. How often would you recommend handling him? If you got him a week ago, I'd say he's adjusted to the new enclosure, probably. Wait, what was the question? Oh, how often do you recommend handling him? I'd say probably every other day or every day to start. Just for a few minutes, maybe until he gets uncomfortable. But just keep doing that. I'd say daily is fine. My biggest reptile-related fear is heating devices breaking in the middle of a winter night. Mine is just forgetting to do something. Like, as soon as I'm in bed, I'm like always worried I forgot to feed one of the animals or forgot to remove some poop. You're screaming at develop tab. Oh, is it here? Nope. This is just embarrassing. See, there's quick develop. I'm looking for develop. Window. Develop. Loading. I did it. Well, I guess you did it. So thanks. So yeah, my biggest fear is always that I forgot to do something. What's your first reptile? My ball python, Sunny. It's possible to breed different snake species. Well, what defines a species is when it can no longer breed with another species, so it's impossible. Do you watch Leopard Gecko? Yeah, I'm guessing you mean like Leopard Gecko Talk, or was that her old name? Do you still have Nibble? No, she died a few years ago. Actually, I guess a story with that, to bash Petco a little bit more, is Petco was feeding all of their birds this super cheap and just unhealthy bird food that had no calcium. So then when Nibble was laying eggs, she was basically using up all of her calcium, and I couldn't get her to switch over to a different food because Petco just got her addicted to that cheap, bad one. So basically she died of a calcium deficiency, and I blame Petco. I had found a name for the sand boa. There's some really good suggestions, but I haven't chosen an official name yet. Have you traveled the world to go herping? I've actually only been up and down the East Coast. I haven't even been in a lot of parts of the US, so not yet. What time is it? It is 3:36 p.m. I wish I can get my reptile invert and feeding room started. Well, hopefully you can soon. You just gotta start with one. And it can be something super simple and super small. We get any inverts? Never centipedes. I have a big fear of centipedes. Millipedes, no thanks. Tarantulas, maybe. Scorpions, no. So probably not. For a Kenyan sand boa, should the tank be fully sand, or should they have a sandbox? I have no sand in my sand boas thing, actually. I just have all aspen, like, chips. Let's see. I spilled some, but all the substrate is just, I don't know if you can see it, just this aspen chip stuff, and it works just fine, and I don't have any sand. Would you rather kill one of your snakes or lose your pets forever? What kind of... That's a terrible question. I'm sorry, but I don't want to answer that. What do you think on Petco versus PetSmart? From what I've seen, Petco usually has really bad care in their stores. Not all the stores. Some stores are great. And then PetSmart, they get their animals from really terrible places. So I'd say they're both bad. Have you ever been to Meeker, Colorado? I haven't been anywhere in Colorado. Do you have an updog? Do you just mean a dog? And if not, I don't, but I used to. Name the sand boa Mulgera after the weird worm guy from Wind Temple. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, but Raha? Ra, Raja? Raza? Means king in Egyptian. That's cool. Keeping exotic reptiles and amphibians is illegal in Norway. I guess I know it's illegal. Like in Hawaii, you can't have any snakes, just because of that risk of something getting invasive. So hopefully you can change that, but I do understand it. I'm about to update my ball python's tank. Which substrate should I use? You have tons of choices. I've talked about 4 in a video. You can use loose substrates like cypress or aspen, and then you can use non-loose substrates, I guess, like paper towel, reptile carpet, newspaper, all sorts of things. Snakes actually can fart. Not sure why I know that. What camera to use for photos? This is a Canon 700D, the same one I do videos with. When will you stop YouTube? I guess whenever YouTube dies, which is hopefully not anytime soon. Do you watch Brian Barczyk? Barczyk? That's the last name, right? And yeah, I've been watching his vlogs, which I don't like vloggers, but his are actually pretty interesting since they're all about reptiles a lot of the time. And then I've been watching snake bites since before it was animal bites. Many different opinions on feeding snakes in their enclosures or a separate one. I think I've been feeding all my snakes in their enclosures for years. They're just fine. I don't get bit any more often. Well, I haven't been bit by... I've only been bit by the ball python, and that was just because he missed the rat and went from my hand. I don't think you need to do it. Some people say if you feed them in the enclosure, they'll see you as the food source, so they'll just bite you. But I think it's the same as if you just take the animal out and move it, then they're just going to think every time they're picked up, they're going to be eating. So I don't think there's a difference. Bought my first reptiles. They're a pair of ball pythons, and I'm getting them next week. Ooh, that's really cool. How long should I leave them alone? I'd say just a few days, probably. Just make sure they have a nice water source, and the heating's right. And then probably after a few days, you can start handling them. Can you watch one of my videos? I'll open a new tab and I'll go back later. Watch Goldie's morph. He is a Sunglow After Giant Leopard Gecko, and then After stands for Tremper Albino Patternless Orange. Do you like wolverines? Like actual wolverines? I'm not big into wolverines. Can't say. Are you vegan? I'm still not vegan. What kind of animals will you get in the future? I'm hoping for some larger lizards and larger snakes, but that probably won't be anytime soon, since I don't have the space right now. So I guess I can get started on these images. I usually try not adjusting my images too much. Like, I don't want to make them fake, but I just want to, I guess, show the details and stuff. Is Cocoa Husk good for ball pythons? I think it's fine for ball pythons. I only use that with my lizard, one of my lizards, and one of my turtles, but I'm sure that's fine. Sunny, my ball python, is 3 years old. How do I convince my parents to get a ball python? I have several reptiles, but not a snake. Or my mom won't let me get a snake. I guess just keep giving information, and since you already have reptiles, you can maybe try and get the point across that snakes are really just the easiest reptile compared to most, and they can be really docile, but be nice about it. How many years have you had your oldest toad? Well, it's kind of sad because, like, last year, one of my toads got out, and of course it was the toad that I cared about the most, and I had had her probably 4.5 years or something. So, or maybe 3 or 4 years at the time. But now I guess I've had the longest for like 2 years or so. No, 3 years. No, 3.5 years. Yeah. Will you get any exotic or wait. Are you vegan now? Not quite. I'm getting closer. Are you a lizard person? I say lizards and snakes are my biggest thing. How long do you plan on streaming? I need to go in like an hour, but I might end it in like a half an hour. I don't know. Just once people get bored. Where do you buy your coconut husk? You can get it just from ZooMed. You can get it on Amazon or in pet stores. I like to get the compressed one because you can just stick it in a bucket and it turns into a ton. So just look up ZooMed Eco Earth, which I'll just put it in chat. That's the best. How long is Sunny? I think he's just about 3 feet, maybe 3.5. What would your reaction be if Brian from Snake Bites called you and wanted to do a collab? That would be pretty cool, but I may or may not be doing a giveaway with some stuff that he gave me, so I guess you'll have to wait and see what he has for us. Kenyan Sandbo is still not named. I almost got a fat-tailed gecko. That was gonna be the next thing, and I ended up getting a blue tongue, but I still do want one. I want a lot of animals. Do you watch? Yeah, I do watch Leopard Gecko. My grade 5 and 6 teacher says cheer bearded dragons and would have them in class. None of my teachers ever had like class pets. That's kind of lame. Do you watch Snake Hunters TV? Is that the guy with his daughter that keeps snakes? Because I feel like I used to watch him, but I haven't in a while. I'm like this close to being vegan now. Isn't that the brick? Yeah, the coconut like husk bricks or coconut fiber bricks. What website are you using to edit? With the videos I'm editing in Lightroom, which I can keep going through these. Oh, he's so cute. See, you can actually see his pupil. I can never see it. It's a little bit blurry. You can see his pupil right there. And I can never see it when he's inside. Let's see what Gobi's doing. Blurry, blurry, blurry. And the white balance is off. What was I doing? That one's okay. I want to have his tongue out on him. How old are you? I'm 16. Any exotic mammals? I'm not... I have mixed it, like... I don't think people should keep certain mammals, like primates, I don't think are good in captivity. But I'm not sure about other exotic mammals. I don't want to be a hypocrite since I do have exotic reptiles, so... I'm gonna... hold on. I'm gonna get a cord real quick so the camera doesn't go out again. I'll be right back. I don't have any cords to reach. I'm gonna get an extension cord. 1 second. I'm 12. Do you think it's safe to have a ball python as a 12-year-old? I think that's fine. I was 13. As long as you're, I mean, hey, I've met some 12-year-olds that should not be around any animals. But I've also seen some like 7-year-olds that would do great with them. So I don't think the age is related. Okay, I've got a cord now, so the battery shouldn't go out. It might get... The camera might get a bit choppy now, but it's not going to go out at least. I know I'm 16. Don't want to make you look 11. Wow, that's... Usually people say that I'm like 14, but... He's back, act natural. Do you speak any other languages? No. I took French for like 4 years, but I failed like half the years, so. Is it the more amount you respect the ball python, not the... Yeah, as long as you're responsible, you can keep track of when you need to feed it. when you need to clean the enclosure, and as long as you can just handle it carefully, then you should be fine. Do you play video games? I play a few PC games, but not too much. I play Dirty Bomb a lot. I have like 40 hours into that, and I've only been playing a few weeks. Joyce, you have 10 times more subs than you had in May. I know, I've been realizing just how big of a jump there's been. It's pretty cool. The great thing about Alex is family friendly. I do try and keep it as family friendly as possible because there's some of my favorite YouTubers I don't exactly want to put on the TV and have the whole family watch. Like, yeah. Thought you were 13. Close enough. I'm thinking about getting a career with reptiles. That's awesome, you should. Do you watch Taylor Nicole Dean? I'm not sure who that is, so I guess not. My neighbor has a red ear slider and used to have 2 Chinese water dragons. That's cool. What's your most expensive reptile? I think my leopard gecko. He was 120, I'm pretty sure. So still not too much, but hello, Josh. What kind of music do you like? I kind of listen to a big variety. My favorite producers are like Monster Cat, Mr. Suicide Sheep, Ulsla. Guess that's pretty much it. I found the stream. Whoa, it's already been an hour. That went by pretty quickly. What do you think about an albino ball python? Oh, what do you think about albino ball pythons? I really love some of the albino snakes, especially ball pythons, because they've got that yellow. So yeah, they're really cool. Editing program for video is Premiere Pro, and then for photo is Lightroom and Photoshop. Do you keep reptiles in your room? Yep, they're right over there. I'm not sure if you can see them. Uh-oh, messed up the camera. Okay, what'd I miss? Why is my corn snake always burrowing? He might just be hiding, but he might also just be getting either too hot or too cold. So just make sure your temperatures are in the right range and stuff. I think you're starting a gaming channel. There are so many gaming channels, and I don't have the time or enough interest to really make a nice gaming channel. So I'll stick to reptiles. I'm thinking about getting my first reptile once I move out of my mom's house. Should I get a ball python or a leopard gecko? They're both really good. I kind of like ball pythons more, but I have both. I've been really enjoying both species, and you can't go wrong with either. Got my first black racer. Any tips? They can be a little bit more defensive, so I'd say if you really want to tame it down, just try and handle it as much as you can without stressing it out, because racers can usually get stressed a bit more easier in my from what I've seen. Yeah, he was a giant leopard gecko, so that also made him a bit more. But it was worth it. What else we got? Have you kept Pac-Man frogs? I haven't. I kind of almost got one time, but I didn't go with it. If I were to get a common beginner snake, ball python, corn snake, etc., how much time would I need daily? Snakes, you don't have to handle snakes. They're just fine not being handled. So really all you have to do is make sure their water's clean, feed them once a week, clean out their poop once a week. That's practically it. So I'd say probably just a few hours a week at most, or at the least. Kinda an emergency, oh boy. I was bathing the rescue beardie I got Friday and thought it had impaction, and it did. First it was solid white, then it was like sand that came out of the poop. I felt another hard spot. I don't really know enough about fixing impaction to tell you, so hopefully someone else can in the comments. If you want to be extra safe, you can go to an exotic vet, but they're pretty expensive, so. Best beginner lizard besides a leopard gecko. I'd say bearded dragons, crested geckos. I'd say those are the 3 best starters. And then blue tongue skinks. They're just slightly more advanced, but I'm sure you'd be fine with it. Corn snake temperature range. Oh gosh, I have mine in check. I don't actually remember. Let's see, I can check the guide. Let's check it together at goherping.com/cornsnakes. Because I put a lot of research when I make these, I just don't have them all memorized. It is hotspot 85, cool side low 70s. I have some gaming videos on my channel. Okay. This is the best channel ever. Well, thank you. I'm pretty sure that's not true though. My corn snake is worth 2,000 pounds. I didn't even know there were scaleless corn snakes. I knew there were scaleless ball pythons and rat snakes, but that's really cool. Are you going to be a herpetologist? I'm not sure. I guess there's so many different levels of herpetology. Like some people have gotten a PhD in it, and then some have just gotten bachelors, and some haven't gotten anything, so. Favorite YouTubers non-reptile related? Honestly, the YouTubers I watch the most aren't reptiles. Like, I love Markiplier, PewDiePie I do watch, Pyrocynical, H3H3 Productions, iDubbbz, Jacksepticeye, Boogie2988. I watch kind of a lot. Those are my favorites. Meme? Is that a question? I had a Red Ear Slider, but sadly he died. I don't know how. I'm not buying from PetSmart anymore. Well, it's good that you're not buying from PetSmart now. But I'm sorry to hear that. There's a lot of things that could have happened. I'm not even getting. I'm probably just gonna do these photos later so I can concentrate on them. Let's just change the. Well, I'll leave the camera for now. Might get a corn snake soon. Should I get a ball python or a corn snake? They're both really good options. If I were to get another one of the two, I'd get a ball python, but you'll be great with both. Thinking of doing animal husbandry. Oh, like in videos? I might have missed one of your previous things, but that would be cool. Have you played? Yeah, I have played quite a bit of Happy Wheels, but not in a while. Hi, Andrew. Will you ever upgrade Gobi and Sunny's enclosure in the future? Well, I've been working on the other thingy that I'm not sure when I'll finish, which you can see right there. So they might be going in that. That's an extra 5 gallons each. But Sunny, I guess I might upgrade him when he's a lot larger. Let's see. Are you going to uni? I don't know yet. Which I should probably think about more. Blue tongues are ranging in at 200. That's a lot. I had seen one for 400 when I got mine for 40. Do you like hunting or fishing? I've never been hunting. I fish sometimes, and I do enjoy it, but I don't that much. Where'd you get your blue tongue? I got her from Repticon in Raleigh, North Carolina. And it was from an actual pet shop that like went there, but the pet shop closed. What's your favorite color? I'd probably green, not because it's my last name, but because it's a cool color. What size food do you feed Sunny? I give him adult mice. He used to eat small rat. He was eating small rats for a few weeks, but then he started refusing them, so I just moved him down to adult mice and feed him a little more often. I might try moving him back up after breeding season. I have a question. Okay. Um, do you even have it? Oh. As soon as Andrew gets here, everything just is like going downhill. Which we want to sell a blue tongue. Well, I only have one, and I want to keep her, so. Okay, I guess I can actually work on these pictures now. There's only like 3 I like. This one's okay. What's your all-time favorite morph for anything? I guess one of the most unique would probably be like leucistic ball pythons. Because they're just like completely white and it's pretty cool. Do you think Sunny's your favorite reptile? He's definitely a special one. I'm not sure if I would have... I don't think I'd be able to call any my favorite, but Sunny's definitely really awesome. I think I'm gonna stay away from the Army or Navy. So, do you like cars? Not really. I don't really care about them. You have the lightest voice ever. Can you write down the name of the editing programs and where you downloaded them? Let's see. It's... Do you get good grades in school? Now that I'm homeschooled, yes. But not when I was in actual school. I remember going to a reptile store when I was 10. When my dad was in the tropical fish store, they had a huge yellow snake named Sunshine. Have you heard of the RuPaul's Drag Race? Nope. Well, we've been going for almost 90 minutes now. Can you give me a shout out and tell people to follow me? Looks like you just did that yourself. You don't even have videos. You at least need some videos if you're gonna have people sub to you. Do you prefer herpetology, photography, or videography? I've been doing photography the longest. Ando needs to be killed. Herpetology and videography are like right neck and neck, and then right below that would be photography. So all 3 are really important to me, but have you found any venomous snakes? I haven't actually come like just a few feet away from any out in the wild, surprisingly, because there are quite a few wild venomous snakes around here, but I haven't found any other than some copperheads just on the road. Do you hate Andone? Like half the time. How old are you? You look so young to care for such high maintenance pets. I'm 16, and they're not too high maintenance, they just need some time. What's 9 plus 10? The most dead meme in existence. Gotta keep up with those new memes. Let's see, I haven't looked at any of Sunny's photos really. He looks so interested in these pictures. Can you say sub to Cav Reptile? Okay, I just said it. I guess you should go sub to CAV Reptiles. Oh, I just went to your channel. Apparently I've already watched your videos. Stop the sound. And then just being mean. And, or is it and one? And well, and one's just being and one. I guess no one notices he's also a moderator. I love snakes, but lizards are more my thing. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. I guess lizards can be more active and interesting. Yes, only the juiciest of dank memes. Is it blurry? I can't tell if that's blurry or not. It's good enough. Nah, I like the... Just subscribe to everyone in the chat so I don't have to give individual shoutouts and leave people out. Would you download Premiere Pro? It's from Adobe. I have the Creative Cloud. But if you just need some... Okay, hold on. Can't see the link, the camera's in the way. It is... do you like... What do you like better, reptiles or amphibians? I think I like reptiles more. Price of Creative Cloud, it's a little bit pricey for all the apps. I got the student one, so it's cheaper. It looks like all the apps are $50 a month. So if you just need something cheaper, you can get like, what's it called? Premiere. Adobe has something where it's like only $70 a one-time payment. You play them MLG FPSs? I play a couple. How many animals in total? 7 reptiles, 8 amphibians, 3 cats, and a parakeet. So, how many is that? 19. You look like Zero from the movie Holes? I need to look it up. I'm scared. Oh geez, I do. It's pretty accurate. How's the rescue turtle doing? He's actually doing really well now. I finally got him eating pellets, so he's on like a stable diet. His shell rot looks to be doing just fine, and his MBD MBD, I can't fix it, but he has lots of access to UVB now, so hopefully that should be better. Do you ever worry about what's going to happen to your pets if you do go to college? I'm gonna need to go somewhere either local, but I mean, I think my family can handle most of it, and then I do know other people that could probably care for some. How's the rat snake doing? I just had him out earlier, and he's doing much better. I don't know if it's a he or she. He's doing much better though, and he doesn't mind. He still doesn't like being handled, but he's pretty calm. Well, I just started with having one animal, and I got these over like a 3 to 4 year period, so. And some are just family pets, like the cats. Probably need to unmoderate. Hey, I can put Andon in timeout. Say my name for $54. Well, Charlie Bajer, or Charlie Bajer. I will gladly have your $54. Is there a way to raise the temp of an entire tank a few degrees? It's fine during the day, but at night it's down to 67. What animal is this for? Because depending on what animal it is, you can probably get away with just a heat pad. But if not, you could get a ceramic heater and just set it with a thermostat to like 70 or whatever you need. What's on your Christmas list? A couple games and a couple new camera things and not sure what else. I think that's about it. The main things. How'd you afford the tanks and stuff? Some of the tanks I got for free because, like, my corn snake, I just took from someone that didn't want them, and they gave me 2 tanks with them. And then the turtle, I took him from someone. They gave me a tank. No, they gave me 2 tanks. And then the rest I got while they were on sale. So, just over time, and it's only during sales. Bear. Oh, I messed it up. My dad won't let me get a reptile because my mom doesn't want me to have one, even though I'd be keeping it at his house. Well, I'm not your parent, so I can't say anything about that, but personally, I don't see much logic in that. I don't have a blue, or I don't have it yet. It's a blue tongue skink. The species. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Oh. Wait, were you the one asking about the temperature? For blue tongue, I'd say a heat pad is probably fine for that, but you could get a ceramic bulb, which doesn't let off any light. What's a good lens for taking pictures of insects? You're probably going to want some sort of macro lens. I don't know of any specific ones, but if you just look up macro lenses for whatever camera body you have, you could do that. What's a good lens for taking, or no, I just answered that. What was your first job? I have yet to have a job. Yeah, you could do it with any lens. Does your family interact with your reptiles a lot? I kind of make them interact with them. I guess they probably like the turtles the most, but yeah, I get to help. I'm able to get them to feed them sometimes and stuff. Do you breed? I don't breed any animals right now. My mom wouldn't let me have a snake because of the mice in the freezer. I had to keep my mice in just like an outside old freezer, but I got one from a yard sale, just a mini fridge, so I can keep them in my room now. Can you go on the useless web? Is that a site? I can't believe there's still 18 people here. 19. We started with like 50, but this has been a really long stream. Yeah, these could probably make some thumbnails for the future. What's your favorite ball python morph? I really like the cinnamon. Oh, you just said banana cinnamon. The albino cinnamon and the leucistics. And of course my yellow belly, yellow belly ball python. What's the next animal you're getting? I'm not sure. I might not get anything for a little while because I might want to save space and save money for something larger. Favorite leopard gecko morph? I don't know enough leopard gecko morphs, but I really like the yellowish ones. Is Goldie awake now? Goldie's always asleep. I can go see if he's awake. Let's see. Goldie is not awake, but Olive is, So here's Olive, the blue tongue. I was watching some old videos of her, and she's grown just so much from when I first got her, and she's covered in dirt. What I miss? You should get a newt. Maybe. I'm still more into reptiles. I'm getting a crested gecko for Christmas. That's cool. Veganosaurus. So, let's see. Oh, okay. Well, here's a question. If I do keep doing future streams, like maybe once or twice a week, should I have other people on, like other reptile keepers and stuff? Or should you just be stuck here with me? So, how long have you had her? I think about 2.5 years? 2.5 years, yeah. How much space do skinks need? Depends on the skink. Blue tongue skinks are best with like a 40 gallon at minimum. That's what I have mine in. Some skinks can go a bit smaller. I am doing good. Still not vegan either. I've done a video on blue tongue skink care. I haven't done a full video because I'm still working on the care guide. But I've done little parts of care, like a little bit on food and stuff. Just me. Okay, well, second question, if I could get anyone on here, who would you want to talk to from YouTube? Can ball pythons eat eggs? I imagine they probably could, but I don't think you should feed them eggs. That's usually stuff like rat snakes can eat eggs. What's your opinion on crested geckos? I think they make really cool pets. I like the enclosures because they're kind of tropical and arboreal. I don't really want one, but they're really interesting. Have you been bitten by an herbivore? Not an herbivore. Olive's bitten me, but she's an omnivore. Well, get and one on the stream. No thanks. I'd like to see just you. Do you have any plants? I do have some in some enclosures. My toads have pothos, umbrella plants, and I guess that's it. What's your favorite snake? I'd like to live stream every week. That would be cool. I didn't expect people to come here though, which is why I hadn't been doing it earlier. What's Olive's favorite food? Probably strawberries, which aren't too healthy for her, but she really loves. Oh, and blueberries. She just loves the fruit. You should, what was that? You should do a care video for every one of your reptiles. Well, I've got 2 down, quite a few to go, but I'd like to. Do you keep your reptiles in your room? Yep, they are right over there. That's some of the tanks. Can't get the camera back now. Okay. Have you thought of a poison dart frog tank? I was considering getting 1 or 2 for a small exoterra I have. So I might sometime. They're kind of expensive though. They're like 60 each. Would you consider a crested gecko? I've considered them, but I'm not really interested. If you're still homeschooled, do you still have friends? I know most of my friends online anyway. Like a lot I met on YouTube or met through games. So, the camera's not even on me. So it is different, but I guess you just meet people in different ways. But I still do somehow, surprisingly. Do you see the huge Savannah monitor at the most recent Repticon? I think so. I'm pretty sure. Do you know why my leopard gecko has need birding me? Do you mean biting? Hmm. She might just be getting a bit, or he, wait, is it he or she? She. I'm not sure why she would be. I guess she might just be a bit stressed out or something. Have you ever gotten a reptile online besides, well, I didn't get a leopard gecko online, but I've never gotten any online, actually. Do you need heat pad and heat mat for your ball python? I have both. You can get by with just a heat mat, but I like giving heat lamp or heat, yeah, that's what I said. So they can just have a heat mat, but I like giving them both, as long as there's a thermostat and stuff in there. You have the best channel, thank you. Have you ever gotten reptile on, oh, I already said that. I know lots of people asking about crested geckos. Would you rather get a king or milk snake? I'd probably get a, the Honduran milk snakes and the California king snakes are both so cool. Probably a king snake. Do you no scope some noobs? Occasionally. Have you ever been by a herbivore? What? Oh, been bit by an herbivore. Someone just asked that. You gotta keep up and one. These lights are really bright on me. Okay, Alice freaking out. I'm gonna go put her back. I rescued a ball python from a shop because they were leaving it with no heat or hides. Well, that sucks. Let's see what other pics I got. I need to just get rid of some of these because they be blurry. 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 You say you shouldn't buy from Petco, but what about other pet stores that aren't big chains? I found I don't really have any local, like, non-chain pet shops around me. There are some good chains, but I'd say generally, it of course just depends on the individual shop, but I'd say the majority are definitely good. Getting a killer bee ball python on Tuesday. She was ordered online. Do you think I can hold it when she comes? I would say, since she's being shipped, I think it would be best to let her just rest and adjust for maybe 1 or 2 days, and then just start handling her little bits at a time. Have fun mopping the floor, Charlie. Have you ever contemplated deleting your channel? I sort of did after seeing PewDiePie's video, but then I was discouraged after he didn't. No, but I wouldn't. Not yet. Hey, World of Monsters. That's surely true. What is your hardest reptile to care for? I don't think I'd say any of them are hard, but some do involve a lot more time than others. Like I'd say the red ear slider takes the most time, because I have to feed them daily or every other day, and then clean the water pretty often. Other than that, well, there's the other turtle, and then probably Olive, because she eats a big variety, so I have to make sure her diet is nice and varied. How long have you been doing YouTube? Almost 5 years now. In 2 months it will be 5 years, but I really didn't post very much at first. I didn't like intensely post and really care about it until like 2 years ago. Cat or dog? I am definitely a cat person. Dogs are cool, but I have 3 cats, and no offense, but they beat dogs. Oh yeah, I like the time lapse. Hello from Austria. Hi from North Carolina. Have you ever kept anything poisonous or venomous? Well, where I live, you need a license to keep venomous snakes. So, but I haven't actually kept anything. Well, oh yeah, I do have toads. Technically, they do secrete poison. But I don't think that counts. If Andon's put in timeout, why is he a mod? Yeah, I know that was a mistake. I don't know how to unmod him either. But, he's fine like 20% of the time. How do you tell a ball python's gender? If they're an adult, you can tell by their weight, because females would be a lot bigger and longer. And then you either have to pop their hemiphenes, which I don't know how to do, or probe them, which I also don't know how to do. So it's best to go to someone that knows what they're doing. So if you have yet to choose a job, how'd you afford your reptiles? The ones you didn't catch wild anyway. I guess, well, like my first one was a Christmas present, and then second one I kind of save up for over time. But now, because I earn a tiny bit from YouTube, I can actually cover some of the payments and stuff through the YouTube revenue, so that helps a bit. Other than that, just saving up usual stuff like birthday money and you should get these dried up butterflies and moths on the wall. How much do you spend on your reptiles a month? Well, let's see. I need a drink also. Well, I've been breeding the mealworms and dubia roaches, and I get them like in big bulk amounts, so I don't have to pay very much for, well, it's a lot kind of upfront, like it might be $50 worth of mealworms, but that'll last me a good few months. And then I also buy the mice in bulk, so it's like $100 for mice that can last me like half a year. I'm losing my voice here. Uh-oh, there goes the camera. Hold on, that's gonna fall. I'm holding this camera up with tape, so I'm surprised it's still up there. Oh geez. I'm breaking everything. Can you see me? I'm not sure. Uh-oh. What's the most expensive setup you've bought? I've got, if you just mean the tank or the whole setup, I don't know. But I always get the tanks when they're either on sale or I get them for free from people that I get reptiles from. So probably $40 or $50 on a tank. So not very much, but kind of a lot, I guess. Baby corn snake escaped. Any tips on finding him back? Check every little tiny place that you can. So start from like one corner of the room, look in every single square inch that you can, then move on to the next room and keep going. I guess that's just the first thing you should do. What's your first ever pet? Well, when I was born, we already had a dog, so I guess a dog. The power of tape. Well, the tape power isn't working very well. I dare to do something funny. I'm not funny. Pet Nazi party. Some top-notch insults right there. There goes the camera. Oh boy. The problem is the camera's getting, it's just my phone, by the way. I don't know how to do this. Hold on. It's time for more tape for reinforcement. I'm scared. I'm seeing Andon is deleting messages. Mistakes have been made. I'm taping it. Ugh. Is it going? I think it's, hold on. Okay, are we okay? Maybe? I don't know, it's, oh. Camera gone, okay, 1 second. Can you still hear me? Can I be heard? Oh, okay. 1 second. I really just need to buy a webcam. Oh, it opened SoundCloud for some reason. SoundCloud ruined the stream. Okay. Hear nothing. Oh yeah, what was the question? Something about YouTube. Well, it started out with a blog, and I just kept making videos, and I guess YouTube's kind of all I talk about now, but this isn't working. I'm really giving up on the camera here. Oh geez, I'm having all sorts of issues. Let me just turn the camera off for a second. I'll go back to that later. There's 2 of you. I know it's your worst nightmare. What's your favorite? Oh, favorite reptile in your collection? I can't pick a favorite, but I always say Sunny is probably the most special. Hey, GoHerping, can you sub to me? Isn't that like the 3rd time you've asked me? Put it on a tank. There aren't any tanks to put it on. I can just put it here and you'll have an awkward upward double chin angle. See how that looks. It's also upside down. See, that's... Uh-oh. There's... Did I... I did something to my phone. How do you get a ball python to grow faster? Well, you don't want to, like, force it to grow, because that's not healthy. But, just as long as you feed it on a good schedule, you don't want to overdo it. You just need to be patient. I don't know where to put the camera right now, because I'm running out of tape. I still can't believe people are actually here, because this is disastrous right now. Do you love cheese? Yeah, I'd say I love cheese. Alright, well, I'm just going to leave the camera off for now, because I need to end the stream in about 10 minutes anyway. Corbin, I don't know what you're talking about, but Andon won't stop deleting you, so just don't get banned. My room's very cold, I don't want to buy anything. My ball python cage is fine, but my bird is cold. I have no idea how to heat a bird cage. so I can't help you there. So yeah, if you have any more, you watch them animus. I used to watch more. I still actually watch One Piece and some Studio Ghibli's, and that's it. Oh yeah, well, because I have Totoro on the wall. Question. And don't spam, and I don't know what happened to this being family friendly. Um, I can't hear you. Can you hear me now? I think it's fine. Okay, well, I've got about 5 minutes, so I can just finish it up now if there's any last things. But if not, I can finish it off for today. So I'll go ahead. Whoops. Okay, you can hear me now? Rip 5 minutes. Ooh, we only got 5 minutes. Should I put Andone in timeout for 5 minutes? Oh, I can actually do a poll. Click the little car. You see the little I button up in the corner of your screen? Go click it and answer the vote. Let's see what the vote turns out to be. How shall you worship your MLG god? Just don't forget your daily dose of spicy memes, I guess. What can I get instead of a leopard gecko? If you want a lizard, you can go with other beginner animals like bearded dragons or crested geckos, possibly blue-tongued skinks. I know the whole point of the video was to edit the photos, and I never did. I don't have the I button. If you refresh it, you will. I think, maybe. Okay, I don't know how that icon works. Looks like I might. I don't know. But yeah, I'll go ahead. Let's see. that was Emily. And down is no bye-bye. Do you hang out with AA? Yeah, hopefully we'll have more videos in the future. Okay, well, I've basically run out of stuff to say. It looks like you're done with questions, so I can go ahead and finish this off. So thanks for watching the stream that went slightly better than expected, even though we murdered the camera and Shadow murdered the microphone, but we all survived the ending, so thanks for sticking to the end. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you either in the next video or the next stream.